we have anybody here today?
Nobody
Look,
here
I
right
remember
now.
to turn my phone down. Huh?
Nobody right now, I don't see.
Do we remind Mark? Oops.
Oh, there we go. They're popping in.
Hi, Amba. Hi, Tanya. Hi, No Way, Jose. Oh, I hope if I put my mic up instead of like laying on my desk. Hi, Julie. Hi, Carly. How's it going? I just told Susan we're gonna try to keep this around an hour and a half tonight, just because I'm exhausted.
Did you see that post I did about Interrogation, that TV show?
That's on my list for relaxing tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
So what do you mean by you can skip around? You have to watch the front and the back, and then you can skip around, or you watch the front and then skip around?
When you pull them up, because they're all already up, the first one says watch this first, and then they have all the other ones, and then the last one says watch this one last. And after you watch the first one, they tell you can watch the rest in any order you want and then make your decision, because you're basically trying to decide what you believe is true about. It's a true murder case where a guy was in jail. I don't know if he's still in jail or not, but he went to jail for murdering his mother.
Jeez.
And he's been saying he's innocent. And it happened in 1983 in Los Angeles area.
I'll watch it. You said Paramount, right?
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
I forgot to tell you, Friday night Matt went to watch a movie on HBO Max, and so he pulls it up on the screen and he goes, "Who's Floothy Suze?" I'm like, duh. It's all.
Oh, from HBO Max, yeah. I forgot about that. Julie, it's on Paramount Plus.
You guys don't have Discovery Plus? Get that too. I mean, one of these days I need to sit down like my bank account and check all of the subscriptions. Yes, but because I think some of them I'm paying for twice, because like I think I did like a trial and forgot to end it and then redid it later and did it. I know Hulu I'm paying for twice because it came up on my phone today and said your Hulu payment was processed. Then a few minutes later, your Hulu payment was processed.
like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah. But Discovery Plus is so good. Like, it's such a good channel. They have Relentless on there. You guys need to watch that. It's so good. Who else is here? Go remind the group that we're live. People must not be interested in our roundtables. Should we talk about the defamation case?
I think we could. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's part of it, right? We don't want to give her too much of our time, though.
I need a purple pen.
Oh, Amber's like, oh, if you can.
What's that saying about people who represent themselves have a fool for a client?
Yeah. Did you watch that Uncivil Law last
did.
night? He kept saying something, and I don't remember the saying that he was using, but I was like, oh, he makes so much sense.
I just want him to learn how to say Andreacchio.
I know. And even did you see what I said? Even in the comments, people were like trying to correct how he was saying Andreacchio, and they were wrong. I was like, I started to type, and I'm like, nah.
I just wish he wouldn't say it until he learned it.
Well, he was even saying Mitchell wrong. Like, how do you get Mitchell wrong?
Yeah, he was calling him Michael.
Yeah,
for a while. And I'm like, wait, who? Who's that?
Julie, you might not be able to see it. My weenie dog. In my ears too. It was funny. I'll just tell the story really quick. So, Ari got those for me and brought them to me last night. They stayed the night, and then this morning she was like, "Put them on, Grandma." And so I'm like putting one on, and Blake walked away with the other one on the little, earring card holder thingy that they come on. And I'm like, "Where did it go?" Like trying to find it to put the other one on, and like I'm looking all around me and around the couch and stuff looking for it, and Ari steps down on the ground and just screams. And I'm like, "Oh, she found it." It went right through her foot.
Oh, poor Ari.
Yeah. She didn't think it was too funny until later when we laughed about my earring being in her foot. Oh, looks like we have 10 people, maybe a little more. So the thing that I wanted to do tonight, like, how we always open with a story about Christian. Tonight I'm gonna do a little something different. Not necessarily. Well, I guess it's a story, but you know how Magnolia Sun is the nonprofit that Ray runs, and they give out shoes and they give out a scholarship at the end of the school year, I think, and then they give out shoes at the beginning of the school year to the kids that need them. And so I was looking at the website the other day, and I was just going to read this really quick to explain why she does shoes. And so, hi, K Mama. This story is called I Gotcha, and it says, I have people ask me sometimes why we give shoes away instead of doing some other type of outreach. I tell them that shoes for kids are not only a need, but they're also a want. There are so many things in life we want, but we really don't need. Shoes sometimes can fulfill both areas. I also feel Christian would so appreciate the giving. He was a giver. He rarely took from people, but tended to try and give something back to everyone around him. He did unconsciously most times, but there were times he made the conscious effort. Lori and Avery had told me about the last Christmas Christian spent with them. Avery's dad had been hinting to them for months that he wanted some type of rangefinder for deer hunting. On Christmas, when they were opening presents, Paul would open each present expectantly thinking it was going to be this rangefinder. When he opened his last gift and hadn't received it, Lori said he looked so sad, and then Christian looked at him and said, I got you, Dub. Christian handed him the gift he had gotten Paul. It was the rangefinder. I know Christian was grinning from ear to ear when Paul opened that gift. He would have been so proud of himself for making Paul's day. But that is who Christian was. He tended to give people more than he took. It is in that spirit of giving that I hope Magnolia Sun makes a few kids a year feel like Paul did on that Christmas day. We hope that Christian knows we haven't forgotten him or given up. We gotcha. I made that story. Made it through that without crying.
I didn't.
I just found it the other day and I was like, oh, that's a good one. And it makes so much sense why she does shoes. I mean, not that it's anybody's business why she does shoes, but now we know. So what do you guys, anybody want to come up on panel? Who wants to talk about the defamation suit? I'm talking about the one with Kay. We can't talk about the one regarding Jet and Whitley. Well, we don't there's know a gag order on it, so. And we don't know anything. So yeah, either way, we can't talk about it. But the Critical K one has gotten interesting.
Very.
Did you see last night that one of her admin mods, whatever, said the person that leaked it didn't give attachments? Well, there was no leaking. It's called Pacer, and it's there for a reason.
Public.
Yeah.
Public info.
Everything that we've ever posted about that lawsuit has come straight from Pacer.
Yep. She's such an idiot.
I just can't imagine defending myself in a $10 million lawsuit and thinking I know things.
Right. I would be hiring a lawyer right away.
Yeah. Bizarre. Nobody wants to come up yet?
Let me put the link out there.
Which lawsuit came up? Are you talking about the one we were just talking about with the critical K? Because that's what we were talking about. So I'll just touch on that briefly. Oh yeah, I can just go over it really quick. So obviously Ray's suing the critical K for $10 million in damages for defamation. And I believe also defamation and what's it called? False light. And the K responded, I don't know what, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the judge at that time issued...
well, she responded trying to get it dismissed, but she didn't do it properly.
Dismissal. Yeah. She never filed a dismissal.
And then she went on rants about things, and then she nicely forgot about things like her threat that she did to Ray.
Yeah.
In her response.
So the judge had a hearing. Right. Showing me she hasn't even filed for one. And she...
Right, but in her mind, she did.
Right. And she's also trying to say that there's no jurisdiction because she's in Michigan and she shouldn't have to go to Mississippi for court because Mississippi doesn't have jurisdiction over her, but this is... You don't... It doesn't work that way. So the judge issued a hearing date for the end of this month. I think it's the 27th or 27th, something.
Yeah.
And the two lawyers, so Ray's lawyer and Kay, since she's defending herself, were supposed to telephonically meet prior to that conference, or that hearing, 21 days prior. And Kay chose not to. And Ray's attorney reached out to her twice on good faith, giving her 2 options to change her mind and meet. And she still pretty much gave him the middle finger and said, nope, I'm not coming. I'm not doing it. And said that she was afraid of him, that Mississippi doesn't have jurisdiction, and besides all of that, she's demanding answers. Like she wants him to prove that she defamed Ray, that she harmed Ray's reputation, and all this other junk. And so since she didn't have that phone call by the 6th, which was Friday, Ray's attorney went ahead and filed a motion to compel. So now not only is their defamation suit, he wants his attorney fees paid, and he wants the judge to rule in their favor without any other without going forward any further. Kind of like a judgment, because she didn't comply with what she was supposed to. Oh, and I think I can go look back, but I think he wants her held in contempt of court too. So we'll see what happens.
I loved his response. I mean, there was like many great parts of it. Many great parts of it, but I loved how when he's like, so when we chat with the judge.
Yeah. Govern yourself accordingly, Mrs. Yax. Get an attorney. Like, just go get an attorney. Call.
Yeah.
You're just embarrassing yourself at this point.
He was funny, very witty.
He's hilarious.
Oh, it's called interrogation. And sadly, they did one season and then canceled it. So I'm sort of bummed about that.
I'm so sick of that.
They didn't even promote it, so because I never heard of it, and I don't know how long ago it came out. But they dropped every episode at one time.
Just reminding people.
Does Julie or Christy want to come on?
Where's Denny?
I don't know. I asked her if she was coming. She didn't answer.
Everybody's probably tired like we are. I was talking to Carly this morning and she was like, you guys have been doing it for 9 weeks? I'm like, yes, 9 weeks.
It's after we're done that I can't go to sleep. I'm up until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Me too. I like these roundtable ones because I feel a little more at ease, at peace.
Yeah, it's a little less heavy.
And then I feel like guilty for even being whiny about it being heavy because Christian should be alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was next week is where's my notebook? MBI report. I gotta start working on that tomorrow.
Okay, Christy, come on. Anybody have any questions about the case so far? Anything that we've covered?
Yeah. Do you have gunshot residue on your hands, Christy? Why are you washing your hands? You know, I told you I started that podcast, Court Junkie. And so many of the cases, because she briefly tells about the story, but then she just goes straight into any trial that happened. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter the outcome or not. She doesn't if they're guilty, not guilty, it's a hung jury, mistrial, whatever. She tells the full story. And then if there's more trials afterwards for a mistrial or whatever, she'll go into it. And then she just ends. It's just bizarre because she'll be like, there's no follow up. There's no drug out. And we feel really bad for the family and da-da-da-da. It's just point blank to the story. But anyways, yeah. My point was, it's just interesting, any murder that happens with a gun, in the trial part, how many discuss gunshot residue and then how many just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And then listening to judges be like, that's irrelevant, gunshot residue is not allowed, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. It's just wild all over the board. Hello, Christy.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Sorry, I was thinking it was at 5:30, but sorry, I was a little late to the party. But
okay.
I was in the garage tinkering. So
McKinley, wait, what were you doing in the garage?
I was
shrinking your family?
No, I was trying to fix the bubble machine. And so, but the stupid manufacturers changed the screws to look like a triangle or a pyramid because they don't want me fixing things. They want me to throw it away and buy a new one, but I'm too frugal. And so I took it apart. I had to go to Home Depot and I got the right tool. But when I took it apart, the motor was totally rusted out. I think I have another one in a remote control car. So I just need to take it apart. Sorry. I like
You guys
to
don't
fix
understand. I just have to for a second. So Christy's always like tinkering, always like trying to figure out how like she can make 3 fans go instead of 2 fans go on a motor that's da 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 da. And she's just like a scientist. So one day I said to her, why do I feel like one day you're going to shrink your family and we're going to have to swing from hammocks to find them in your backyard? So now whenever she says she's tinkering, I'm like, did you shrink your family?
Yeah, no. No, but I have a dancing Hillary doll, Hillary Clinton from like from 1990 something, and from one of the conventions, and I've got it totally. She dances and she sings, "My name is Hillary."
Oh yeah.
I'm on my true crime business. Stop talking to me. McKinley wants me to see her room. I'm sorry. Your room is amazing. Wow, looks so good.
Now she's going to shrink her family.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Come over. I have to go. I'm on YouTube. Your bed looks amazing. Wow. Okay. So anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. Tinkering, fixing something. Everyone interrupts me. Ugh, I need to go hide. Okay. I missed the part of the lawsuit. I don't remember what we're talking about, but I came in and you were talking about the lawsuit with Ray, the defamation one. Is that what's happened? What I missed?
With Kay.
Ray and Kay.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I missed that. Can you just give me a little, or you want to do it later?
Yep.
Or is everyone?
Did you see what we posted in the group yesterday? Or Renee posted?
No.
So
we had Reagan's friend party.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So Kay had until Friday to have a telephone conference with Matt Wilson, Ray's attorney, and he gave her multiple opportunities. Like he reached out to her at the beginning of last week and was like, "Hey, I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday available. Which day works for you?" And she pretty much told him to pound sand, and she wasn't doing it. And so he reached out again and said, "I'm available." I think he said like Thursday, Friday, and she was like, "Nope," didn't even respond. And so he filed a motion to compel on Friday, I believe, because it showed up in Pacer on Saturday, and pretty much is telling the court that she's not complying with their wishes, that she's saying that any hearing or whatever that needs to happen in Mississippi is irrelevant because Mississippi doesn't have jurisdiction over her because she makes the rules, I guess. And said that she said she was afraid of him because Chris Thompson threatened her in our group. Well, actually, she said the Justice for Christian group, but we know where it was written. It was written in our group, and it wasn't a threat. He called her critical care instead of critical K, and she's saying that's a threat. And
it had nothing to do with Christian's case. It was about the WAP's case. And also that post that she's talking about, not only is it false information that it came from the JFC group, it was falsely represented as the person who posted it was the person saying it. And that person was just sharing a screenshot from another group.
And I'm sorry, but how is calling somebody critical care a threat?
It's not.
I don't know.
But telling someone that they won't be ignored and they're a mother effer is a little bit more of a threat.
Well, and she said a lot more than that.
Oh, yes, but
I mean, she accused Chris of sexual abuse towards Christian.
Yep.
Well, yeah. She insinuated also that the reason Ray went into mental health is because she has mental health issues herself.
Yeah. But that's calling somebody critical care is a threat. Anyway, so
Right?
she said she didn't feel safe having a telephone conversation with Mr. Wilson because he didn't do anything to stop Chris, essentially is what she's insinuating. Anyway, so he filed that motion to compel, which means make her do it or hold her in contempt, and I want my attorney fees paid for from here on out, and he wants a judgment. There's a name for it. Let me just look.
And she's
Didn't
just still
bring-
her own attorney? She's representing
Yep.
herself?
Mhm.
Yep.
Golly. Okay, so
And
I saw Go ahead.
he wrote a letter to her, and at the end of the letter he said, "We are not playing games, Miss Yax. Govern yourself accordingly."
Wow.
Oh, so he wants plaintiff prays for entry of order compelling the defendant to confer with the plaintiff's attorney in advance of August 27th. Plaintiff also prays for entry of an order requiring the defendant to pay reasonable attorney fees in pursuant of this motion. Plaintiff also prays for general relief, meaning judge in our error or in our favor, and that was it. But yeah,
Wow.
she's nuts.
So the ball is in her court. It went to the judge.
Yeah, and the judge's court.
The judge probably doesn't have it if it was filed Friday. The judge probably won't see it till tomorrow. But they're supposed to have this hearing on the 27th, and they were supposed to telephonically prior, and she chose not to.
Wow.
Right. So now the judge could actually end it, right?
Yeah,
Since she didn't comply with that, and he
and then
did the motion to compel.
Rule in Ray's favor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to get an attorney. I mean, there just
The rumor
needs to.
around that her family doesn't know that she's being sued for defamation, though.
Oh, that she's keeping it from her husband?
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. We don't know if it's true.
Did you see that one of her moderators died? It was sad.
Yeah,
that is really sad. But she turned around, and so that's another thing. Yes, true crime curious. She could lose by default. It's called a default judgment. Happens often.
She absolutely could.
So when her moderator died, terribly tragically, so sad. She's too young. Instead of just focusing on that, Kay decided that she was going to lash out at one of her ex-mods and say, "It should be you."
Yeah. It's disgusting.
She said that. She did.
Oh, it's horrible.
But she's afraid of a telephone conversation with an attorney.
Which an attorney is held to an oath of ethics. Like, they're professional. Like, I'm not afraid to talk to any attorney. Well, I might be nervous, but I'm not afraid that they're going to do anything to me on the telephone.
What could he possibly do over the phone? Now, that's where my calamity post came from yesterday.
That's what that was about.
Yeah, he said something about, like, what can I do? I can't reach through this phone and harm you and cause some sort of calamity or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it is the law. I mean, regardless of if there's a defamation, if there's enough for defamation or not, regardless of if Kay thinks that Mississippi has jurisdiction or not, you can't just ignore a lawsuit. It doesn't just go away.
I think that, I don't know what Michigan is, if it's a community property state, but I'm wondering if if it would then go after their family, like if it was a default judgment against her, how would they then collect those funds? Garnishment, or, you know what I mean? Liens I don't know.
Against property. Well, here they would. If, if I was sued, they would go after my husband.
Absolutely. So I don't know what Michigan is. I assume that's what it is, because that's why most people are, unless there's some sort of weird prenup, but I doubt that. Or a division of, I don't know. What else was I gonna say? Before I saw that, I figured out how to look at the comments on this, and I was singing the Hillary song, and this dancing Hillary doll, and she sings this really silly song about how she's the first broad of history or whatever, because she was writing on.
Where'd she go?
She disappeared.
She gone. It's always so funny when they drop off because they just poof. I found something in my notes. I don't remember when I wrote this down. I think it might have been when I was up at the hospital with my dad and I was just taking random notes. Hillary does not want the story told. Yeah, you're right.
Christy was just hit by Hillary.
So we don't say the H word. Christy, where are you? So I wrote this down. There, she's commenting.
Well, Hillary heard you talking, Christy. Come on. She cut you off.
Okay, so I wanted to go over this really quick. And I think I made this note in regard, because I have lividity markings circled, and then I wrote Steno's principle of lateral continuity. And I thought, what the hell? Why did I write that down? Okay, so Steno's principle of lateral continuity says that sediment layers spread out until they reach an obstacle that keeps them from spreading further. The way soup spreads out in a bowl until it reaches the sides of the dish. I think that what I was going for with that was the blood in the bottom of the tub and how it spread out and then started to go down. And also the spatter, like it should have spread out all over. And where is it?
You mean on the wall?
Yeah.
Well, they cleaned it up.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if you're using science,
right?
If everybody wants to go,
if you're looking at that one photo, the color photo, it looks like there was clearly something between him and that wall.
Yeah, a person.
Mm-hmm. And I was looking at it the other day. I'm like, is that like someone would have ponytails because of the way that it's got that weird shape, like almost Mickey Mouse ear shape. I mean, what?
I can't get the picture out of my head now.
Heads. What if it was between two heads?
But it looks like two things on the sides of a head. Should I pull it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
But like if we go back to that Steno's principle of lateral continuity, like it should have hit every space.
Yeah, well, somebody was covered with blood.
See, we believe in science around here. I even make notes and don't remember why.
I don't even know what it's named.
I don't think I sent that one to you.
I find the blood very very interesting because I think that they should have looked at it more. Obviously they should have looked at a lot of things more, but the blood I think gives a really good indication of what happened and how long his body was there. And I don't know why they discount it. I really don't. I think it's very telling about how long he was there, how long the blood was there. Even when they go back and took pictures, you can work backwards to see how long it takes blood to dry and crack like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the picture, we know what time the pictures were taken because if we had had the CD on it, would have the timestamp on the picture, but we don't have that. But they took a picture of a clock, and I'm pretty sure that the time was on it. And in the reports, we know that they started taking pictures from one certain time and when that person left. So they were taken between that time. And if you look at those pictures and then work backward, it doesn't add up to when he was found. It just doesn't. I don't know why they don't just see it the way we do.
Because that would make their friends guilty.
Yeah. They see it that way. They just find ways to try and manipulate. God, I can't find the photo.
Oh, it's True Crime Curious. It's not Ray that doesn't want them shown. It's we won't show them. There's no need for autopsy photos to be shown.
There's no real value in learning anything from them.
I mean, of course, she doesn't want her son's autopsy photos to be shown, but we wouldn't do it anyways. Even if she said go for it, we wouldn't do it.
What day did we do that photo?
Katie said last night that I have...
2 times ago? What were you saying?
I said Katie said last night that I have a mind of steel. I do not.
You do.
A memory of steel.
I think my Enneagram is a 5, by the way.
Did you retake
I'm
it?
changing it. Yes. I think I'm a 5 and with a wing of a 7.
You can't, your wing has to be attached.
No, I'm making it. I'm making my own, okay?
Of course you are.
What Enneagram is that?
I was just going to...
Go ahead.
I was just going to go look and see which one that is. Who is
it's
anybody?
The investigator. The number 5 is the investigator. That's me. I like to figure things out. I'm the thinker. There's no tinker. There's no tinker Enneagram. I looked.
You are definitely a 5.
I know. That's why I'm like, dude, where have you been? But I'm pretty optimistic, so that's why I made myself a wing of a 7. Sorry, we're totally off topic here.
Susan's a 5 too, though.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
It's your
She
Enneagram.
is.
Yeah. My 5.
These
what
are
is a 5?
A 5 is, are you more comfortable with intellect than emotions? Yes. Do you have to understand something before you act? Mm-hmm. Do you feel drained after being around people? Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Is it important for you to know everything? Mm-hmm. Do you consider yourself to be a private person? Ding, ding, ding. Would you rather observe life than fully participate in it? You're a 5.
Yeah, that's me.
And she has the wing of psychic abilities because sometimes she just knows things, and I don't argue with her because she's right.
Trust me, I know.
It's because I'm an observer and I just sit back and watch and I just get people.
And I just go, she's right. I'm not even going to question it.
And you all wanted
can't
to tell
count
me
how many
it was
times you've
Paul.
been right.
It wasn't Paul. I told you all it wasn't Paul.
Oh, you're talking about Crystal's case?
Yes.
Back to Paul.
And
yeah,
this,
well, I
you
told you
almost
this
had
one.
me change my mind. And then I was like, no.
That's because I'm an 8.
You had me close and I was like, starting to agree with you. And then I was like, no, absolutely not. It was not Paul.
What case is this?
Crystal
McDowell.
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 Oh.
That's because I'm an 8.
Trying to convince me.
Was Paul the husband or the boyfriend?
The boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't
This is
him.
me. I'm an 8. Are you ready for this? Do you feel like you need to protect yourself and others? Are you comfortable with conflict and healthy debate? Do people often think you're too much? Are you decisive and direct? Do you fight for what's right and just? Do you resist being vulnerable because it equals weakness? Bingo!
I might have another wing. My left wing is maybe an 8, and my right wing, because you have 2 wings if you're going to talk about a butterfly. So I have a wing of a 7.
It's not a butterfly, it's an Enneagram. Now
Well,
Christy's just inventing her own Enneagrams.
I am. They're small wings. I'm like a bee. They're not supposed to fly, but they do anyways.
Anybody watching is probably like, these people are nuts.
Katie should come on here. She's got it figured out too. She's got that.
Katie's definitely a 9. Definitely a 9. I knew right away that she would be a 9. One of my other really good friends is a 9, and it fits so well. They're like identical. We're losing viewers because we're talking about our Enneagrams.
Sorry, ladies.
Sorry. Susan's looking for a photo.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Is she looking for
I'll grab it.
The one in the bathtub?
I'll grab it.
No,
are we talking
the luminol.
Oh, the luminol, the colored luminol.
Yeah, that shows.
Isn't it on our in our group, in that group?
Yeah, I'm going to go get it
on Facebook. I think the reason I lost you was because I'm on my phone and I got out of it. And so I can't do more than one thing on my phone when this is on. And my husband mowed the lawn and he's got a headache downstairs. So that's where my laptop is. So I'm going down there. I'm too loud for him.
Yeah, you are. You 5.
I know. I took a gummy though, so hopefully no.
Yeah, Julie, there's definitely knowledge to gain from it, but I don't think just random people can gain much from it. I mean, like you said, you got to understand what you're looking at and reading.
I sent the luminol photo to my husband. Son of a bitch.
What?
She sent it to that instead of me.
He's at a softball game. It's going to pop up and they're going to be like, what the heck? Oh yeah, Julie, I agree too. Like I agree that I don't think that Ray has ever said, you looked at them, that's horrible. What's wrong is passing it around and having people into your office to come look at it when you're a CAO of a city and posting it on a Facebook page.
I looked at the autopsy photos and I went over. Before I looked at them, I read the autopsy report, and then I looked at the photos, and there are things that I wanted to understand in the autopsy report that are not reflective if you look at the autopsy photos. And I tried really hard to understand what was being said and if this is normal or in normal parameters. And what I found is that most of the time because I wanted to know if the blood in his major bronchia was normal, and because they noted it. And usually they would note things if they were normal and if they were out of character. Because obviously they didn't note everything in the autopsy report. Right, but she didn't. And so it makes me think that when what she did write down, I needed to look at that like with a different lens of, is this normal? And I searched so many other autopsy reports. I even found this autopsy guy on TikTok and he was talking about blood in the lungs. And I asked him a question about, if there was a body leaning over, would there be blood in the lungs, or what would you expect to find? But everything's all over the place. And It's just, I wish we could pick everybody's brain. I wish there was a database somewhere. Because Google, you can only Google so much. You got to know what to Google and how to enter the terms in, because then you get so much. It's weeding it out.
That's too high for Mickey Mouse ears.
But doesn't it look like it? Like looks like
Yes.
that's the head, and then
But
here's
that
Mickey
person's
Mouse
way
ears,
taller than the door.
shoulder. Yeah, but it's. I mean,
Where are
like
you
think
saying the
about
Mickey Mouse ears
shadows
are?
and stuff. See right
To the
here?
right of the door.
Wait, I'm going to move my phone the other way, see if I can see it better.
I mean, because like, what if it was at an up angle? You know, like he was lower,
Oh, yeah.
it went up.
That's the
just,
top of the door. Is there something
where
hanging from the door?
That's like a towel rack.
Towel rack.
Okay.
I'm talking over here to the next to it.
Yep, I
You
see it.
where my mouse is, and like those are the Mickey Mouse ears right there and right there. A head, neck,
What
shoulders.
if the person was facing the door and it was just like a high messy bun? But I don't think it would go like that if they were looking. But I see what you're seeing.
Yeah, you know, it's just, I mean, it's probably not even what I am seeing, but I
Right.
stare at it so long.
But now I can't unsee Mickey Mouse. So
Right?
thanks.
I know,
I
I
couldn't
see
either,
that.
so I'm sharing with you guys. You're welcome.
That is so strange. I want to invert the picture too now.
True Crime Curious. He was the autopsy was done the next day, so I'm sure they preserved him. I hate even talking about it, but they put him in a refrigeration. It says that in the autopsy report or the coroner report, one of those two.
True Crime Curious. The person taking this photo is standing inside the tub because you can see the shower bar here. So they're standing inside the tub, photographing the door to the bathroom.
Exactly. No way, Jose.
That's crazy.
And you see up at that vent at the top too, there's blood up there.
I wonder if the vent was on.
Here. I mean, like, all here. Then let's.
What do you think would happen if a bathroom vent was on and a shooting happened? Would it suck blood up?
Well, I would go and take the vent cover off. I bet there's.
I know. I was just thinking that.
What if there's dried blood up there? That's totally out of some of the movies, TV shows. But you never know.
But I mean, it's a logical question, right? And that's what it's for, is to pull moisture out of the air while you're showering.
Are there two vents?
One looks like a
up here.
One that actually might
air
not
conditioning.
Be or that,
like, this is the fan.
Why am I pointing like you guys can see? I think the one that you're seeing on now is one of those heat lamps. No, I think that's the vent.
Oh, I figured that was a fan, and then this was like an air conditioner vent.
I think that's like a heat. Wouldn't it be the same? I think that's a heat lamp, but maybe not.
We need someone who knows.
Well, is there?
Not that you don't know, but I'm just saying.
I guess they didn't take a ceiling picture of the bathroom on the other photos, but
what's the outlet? There would be a light switch. And
it's in that first photo.
Light switch is over here,
right there,
where the gunshot was. Right? Was there a?
That's further over.
The plug. That's the plug, and the light switch are not together.
Right.
No. Wait, is there? Let me go into the. Let me go into the case
file. The lights were above the mirror. I thought there were like bulb lights in front of the mirror.
Yeah, but bathrooms have some bathrooms have separate like heat lamps.
Mm-hmm.
No, totally.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it might come on. Ours has a fan and a light built in together, but it's one unit.
Yeah, that's how my old house was.
And these are definitely two different, but one might be a heat register.
True Crime Curious. This is actually the color photo of it and the photo that the grand jury saw was black and white, and you couldn't see any of this. And this right here, it's two separate photos. So going down this line right here, this is a photo and this is a photo.
Susan, I'm going to send you this. This is that empty neighboring apartment bathroom.
Okay.
It shows the light switch and then the lights above the medicine cabinet. It doesn't show the ceiling. I wish they would have taken a up picture, but
I wonder if Stephanie knows. Look
you
at
can't
that.
you can't take
Yeah.
you can't take a luminol photo with the lights on, I don't think, can you?
No.
No. Mm-mm. It really looks like it's in the crack there, the door. See that?
It is, like in the jamb of the door on the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm. And
It is, because we know it was like on the hinges.
the door had to have been shut. Oh, there you are.
Hello?
No, I was looking at the picture. It's gone.
Oh no, I got zoomed in on. Oh. Well, they cleaned that up, so that wouldn't have shown. Yeah, Sister Donka, I think that is a heat lamp in the ceiling.
Or
Just
the vent, like the air.
Yeah, that was on the ceiling.
Because there's only two switches.
So, yeah.
One's a fan, one's a light.
Go at that. I can't. Because I'll get out of my video. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, I need to mute. My child is fucking the crud out of me. How do I mute? Go away. Yes.
You just say a word.
No. There is mute. There I yelled.
Look at that picture, though. You can see right down the stairs out the front door.
Yeah, standing. She was sitting. Oh, I'm thinking of when Dylan said he could see upstairs.
Mm-hmm. There's no way you could see up. You couldn't see somebody laying into a tub.
No. You could see the ceiling.
Yeah.
But look how narrow it would have to be. Like, they would have to be... It just didn't happen the way they said it did. And I like what Mark said last time, where he said, they know what happened, and they need to set the record straight. Because none of this makes sense.
Nope.
A cold air return looks like a cold air. I think it's a vent too.
So if that is a vent, why couldn't we pull it off?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, we couldn't, but why couldn't somebody pull it off? Right.
Yeah, either one. You could pull off either one of those.
Yeah, nothing was done. I mean, they didn't even take stuff into evidence. If they would have, that Chick-fil-A cup would have been taken, the beer bottles would have been taken.
They didn't
so
bag
much more.
anything.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
They did their gun residue, but they didn't bag anything from the bathroom. Nothing.
Nope.
They should have bagged the sheet that they used. They should have bagged, a lot of stuff in there.
Everything that was in there of evidentiary value.
And the coffee table downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
They should have taken pictures of receipts. And, maybe they did take more pictures. Because I don't think that we've gotten everything. I mean, I don't.
Well, we know we don't, because remember, Frankie had a different picture of the hole in the wall than what we had.
Arrington also when he gave those narratives, he recorded those. Those were video or audio recording with those. Where are those?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was gonna go look and see exactly what we didn't get that Frankie got. It's in our main one, right? It says Frankie files.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He put it on a jump share in a different group, and I immediately downloaded it. It was on shared via jump share, and it had like 10 emails, and it said emails like 6, started with like 5 or 6, and then it went to 12 or 11 or 12 or something like that. And each one had, if you opened it up, it was to Marvin Sanders, and it was like, here's this file, and then it had all of those, whatever. Some of them are really large, and some of them are really small. And some of them, you go halfway through, and all the documents are upside down. Such a mess.
Whoa, I just noticed something.
What?
I'm just going to hold my phone up really quick and see if you guys can see it. But he, in this first one that says MS email, I don't know what the rest says because it's on my phone, but look what he did to the
Can we
photo
make you
of
big?
Christian.
Can we make her
Look what he
bigger?
did. Can you guys see what he did to the photo of Christian? That's Christian over the bathtub.
I can't barely see
right.
it.
Wait,
He
so
blacked him
is
out.
that
Like
yes.
scribbled him.
Right? And if you opened those documents in Adobe or Photoshop, or if you opened them in a previewer, that was done afterward as a overlay. He didn't then merge the documents, so it's not correctly redacted either.
So you mean you can still see it? You can erase it?
Yep. So when I opened
Here, I'll
it
put
in
it.
Adobe, I opened it because it was a PDF,
Here.
and it said, do you want to open it as an image or do you want to open it as documents? And I opened them as images, and it had all the pictures separate without the redaction. So he didn't even
Sorry,
redact.
guys.
See those little scribbles right there?
He just scribbled it.
The document, when you open the document in a like Adobe Photoshop and you open it as a picture, it will open up without the redaction. So he didn't. Whoever redacted it did a horrible job.
Just did it right directly here in this file.
Right. And what you're supposed to then do, because what I did when I was making the
Why
timeline,
did he redact that one? This one is the blood transfer on the bathroom floor did not correspond with the impact spatter on the bathroom wall. Why did he scribble that out?
I don't know. But I almost published the timeline and something I didn't redact. And if you had opened it, you could have done that. But so I had to go back through and flatten or all the PDF dot, make sure everything was flattened. So if someone else opened that up, they wouldn't see the other. I think it was the phone record, so it wasn't like a big deal. But I had to make sure that it was privacy. Those other people, privacy was protected on those phone records. They would have been able to see all those telephone numbers. So I had to flatten the images. And whoever did that on Frankie's emails, they didn't do that. And on all of those files that he shared on the jump share, you could easily get them unredacted.
I just don't understand it because, like this next one, dripped blood and satellite spatter was present inside the bathtub, and he blacked it out.
Well,
what's the point of sending it?
I think he shared those after there was, the lawsuit, and I think he was trying to cover himself. And so,
like, he went in afterwards and did it?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I highly doubt Marvin Sanders did that because they just sent everything to him. And some of the quality on those are not very good, and some of them are really good. And there's pictures in there in one of the last files of like
Guess what this is, guys?
what was cross? What?
The luminol.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
that's
That
the
was
luminol.
that the grand
That's
jury
what was
saw.
presented to the grand jury.
It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he did it after because Dylan's address is blacked out on this.
Oh yeah. See? There you go.
And remember when we first got the file, nothing was redacted.
Yes,
Mhm.
true crime curious. He scribbles. He just scribbled like I wonder if he was on his phone and he just, you get the markup feature and you just like scribble, scribble, scribble. It's just black right over it.
Probably.
And why is he sending this to Marvin Sanders? Marvin should have had it.
I thought it was what Marvin was sending him.
Is that
was
how
what
it was,
Marvin-
Christy? Or is it Marvin was sending Frankie?
So Frankie said, hey, when can I, because he was trying to defend himself saying that I didn't get the pictures before,
Oh yeah.
they were
Yeah.
officially released. And so he, in those jump share was the emails that he sent to Marvin saying, hey, when do you think I can get those? And Marvin then replied back, and he started emailing him the documents, but then it became too much. So that's what he got in the first email, but it was taking too long. And so then I think they went to the jump share. I mean,
So
according
Frankie
to,
just went and blocked him out afterwards. Like,
he had to
oh
have.
no, I got blacked out ones. I didn't
Mhm.
get.
And I went in and looked at the data, the metadata on the jump share files, and they say, most of them say, like where they originate from, and it comes, they were printed or it was sent from like a printer, and it has their name on it. Some of them say Trent Weeks on it, because that's who created them, and it has
Mhm.
those
So they were just
that data on there.
scanning him. That's why they're all crooked
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah, and they were in like pages.
And teeny tiny. Like teeny tiny.
And it
Oh,
seems like it was
not
done
gonna show up.
hastily. It was like, why? I can't, like,
Yep.
why would they want to put in
Shared the
crooked
originals on
documents? It's
Facebook.
weird.
Well, and they altered that one that they shared on Facebook.
Did you
Which one?
The
happen to?
Banksy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you keep the emails between Marvin and Frankie?
What do you think?
And they're not in here.
Well, I might have them. I have them. And they're not, they might not be there, but I have them. I have way too many pictures. I can't look them up or I'll lose you guys, but I have way too many screenshots. It's hard to find them. I try to figure out what day was that, and then I can kind of go back and find. I have it in, if it's not in the Dropbox under Frankie's files, then I have it on
I
my
don't see it.
computer.
True
Okay.
Crime
Well-
Curious, the Banksy was altered. They colored the side of it blue to cover up all of the butterflies coming out of her head to make it look like it was a suicidal thing that actually ended up not even being Christians.
Do you remember Joel Hamilton trying to tell us that the wall was blue?
Yes.
Yes.
He said that,
I remember
and then he said it was his computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm like, yeah,
that
dude,
was the
I've got the original, and he won't let me post it. And then he booted me.
I think that was the first and only time that I was worried about Susan's blood pressure.
Oh, I was so pissed. And I mean, like, if they're gonna come out of the gate, I mean, lying about something like that, they're lying
Then
about
they
everything.
lied. Then they lied about the culpable culpable, they sent a screenshot from the culpable Facebook group or whatever that they were authentic. Do you remember that? And we figured out, we could see that they had photoshopped like the message together in on Facebook Messenger, and you could lightly see other font on there, like another.
Oh, I
vaguely
do remember that. Yeah.
And they were trying to make it like make Joel Hamilton look legit, but they totally they just, photo spliced part of culpable's messenger, and then they added these messages.
Yeah, I mean, like, they were horrible, like, easily caught in those lies. And why anybody believes a word that they say blows my mind, because if they're going to lie about something as stupid as a Banksy art piece, they're lying about everything.
The Banksy made you think one way, Noelle, and then you came here and found out the truth, and hopefully I'm saying your name right. I can't believe that. Yeah. I mean, I can believe it. Let's put out the Banksy, let's put out the suicidal text, and we will call it a suicide. And nobody question anything. Don't question anything. Put your head down. Walk
and they
a straight
come
line.
up with 100 of excuses on how he could have landed the way he did, with the gun where it was and the bullet and the shell casing where it was, like everything
2
that
hands.
is physically impossible. But hey, he sent those 10 text messages, half of them a month before. Ridiculous.
Well, and if you talk to the people that were on scene individually, none of them believed it was a suicide. It's like almost like when you ask them one-on-one, hey, what's going on? It's like they can see it how we see it, but they're too afraid to say something in a larger setting or to put that information down on paper.
Well, I mean, actually had a paper. If you read the narratives, they say it.
Yes.
But they were also told nothing to see here. It's a suicide. And they went, oh, hey, it's time to go get dinner. And just did what they were told.
I had a conversation with one of Kay's subscribers like a month ago. Maybe 2 months. I don't know. One of the two-hand believers. And I was, trying to explain to her things. And she was like, well, Dylan said. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
I know.
Well, Charles Manson said
it.
Yes, he's her uncle by marriage. Okay, Mama. Her uncle by marriage, and that didn't even happen until after Christian's death, so.
Well, so let's say, what does Dylan say? Dylan says a lot of things. His story's changed so many times. Like, he just doesn't hold, I don't know. Even if I think the only way we'll be able is when they tell the truth, because then it'll make sense. When the truth is known, it'll be known, and the truth hasn't been known because it's.
Well, they changed everything, so. I mean, it's easy to remember the truth, hard to remember a lie, and that's what their problem is. They keep getting caught up in these lies.
Wait, True Crime Curious? No, it wasn't. She wasn't from Australia. Somebody called you? What? Do you need to come up on our panel and talk?
Is she saying what we think
I
she's saying?
I think she's talking about Annalise, but no, that's not who I was talking about. I wouldn't talk to her if my life depended on it. But she called you?
Wait, will you come on?
Come talk to us. Yeah.
I'm giving you the link to come on and talk to us. Yes. Yeah, I mean, we know Annalise was soliciting people.
It was like a smear campaign, like a self-harm campaign. I'm gonna start calling people. What the hell? Oh my God! Never in a million years would I call someone. My mind. The tea is hot. Yes, it is hot.
And, well, she tried to convince Sarah Turney also.
Yeah, she did.
She was
Oh
trying
no, don't be
hard.
nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's so nice.
And you don't have to show your face. Christy doesn't. I mean, that's not really
I
Christy,
don't.
I promise. What is that thing
Oh, wait,
anyways?
it's not?
It's a me. Thanks, Susan. It's a dog, and above it, it says, "Oh my goodness, Tyler is so hot." It's like a teenager, and then it shows Tyler, and then it shows that picture. Like he's just adorable. You know how teenage girls are just like,
Yeah,
like that's just all. It's just a funny picture. I just like it.
that is funny. It kind
And
of looks
I
like
don't
a
know what
pig,
happened.
not a dog.
I know. I think it's a naked chihuahua or something, like a hairless something.
I thought it was like an alien.
I don't know what happened to Miss Bianca. She disappeared. That's why I like.
True Crime Curious, message me on Facebook and I'll give you my phone number so you can text it to me. I won't call you.
Yeah.
No one will see your email. Or do you have? You recorded her side. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe she's calling people.
Why would she
I
call
can.
you?
I can.
I can. I mean, she's,
Oh, she was in everyone's DMs.
yeah. I can totally believe that she was calling people.
I wonder if everything maybe that was something else I heard, that why her group was shut down. All the admins left, like they deactivated, so they weren't admins in her group. Some of them are still in the group, but like nobody's an admin or a moderator. But I heard it was a medical issue. I don't know.
On why they closed their group?
Yeah, they archived it.
Nah, that's a bunch of crap.
Of course it is.
She's just somebody that thinks that it's self-harm, and she has gone she's gone way too far. Trying to prove, I mean, again, if it was self-harm, you shouldn't have to prove it.
I don't think any of them actually think it's self-harm. I think they're trying to convince people it is. I think they all know exactly. I mean, can people really be that stupid?
Yeah.
Yes, Amba, you're right. It's her. She made the Truth is in the Case File Reddit. She made the Truth is in the Case File Facebook page. Truth is in the Case File Twitter, and the Truth is in the Case File group. Well, we're reading your case file.
She likes to
and they've been silent ever since.
Yeah, right after.
I wonder if I can True Crime Curious, click the StreamYard link. Susan, can you drop it again? And then come in the private chat, and
we won't put you on.
I'll send you my number. Yeah, we won't put you on. So click that and then come into the private chat, and I'll send you. Yeah, she is still a mod for CK.
Annalisa?
She's the one that, she's the one that took the case to CK.
Well, I think Kendall started it because Kendall was talking to CK, and then Kendall got all those messages with, the Arrington stuff, and then she went, "Oh, I'm wrong," and kind of left the case. Right. And that's when Annalise picked up on and carried on with CK.
Yes, and Kendall, I've messaged her a few times. I don't mind Kendall.
For Frankie, she took it to her.
Yeah,
definitely.
But Christy, I messaged Kendall. I hadn't seen her, and so she said she got out of all the groups, or she's not involved, or whatever. But I think she still has a toe in.
Right before 48 hours dropped, like that day, remember how we were dropping the Arrington stuff? Well, when we would drop it, I would text message it to Kendall.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had lots of conversations after that.
Yeah, she's I enjoyed talking with her about the case privately.
Yeah, it
Are
was
you
all
drunk?
fun and games, the stuff that
I am
happened.
not
Christy, are you drunk?
drunk. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I said what I said.
I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom.
You can just know this. I can make friends with a tree, okay?
No,
I guess.
I get you. She
That's
is
my
different in
Enneagram
private.
7.
She
Yeah,
is a bit
everyone's
different in
different
private. When I would text her privately, it was different and tolerable. And I mean, we agree on a lot of things in other areas.
Exactly. And she was both of us
She
were
was snowballed.
being reasonable. Yeah, like, well, and when presented with the facts,
Right. Yeah.
real
When
hard
presented with the
facts.
facts, she went,
I'm
oh,
flatlining.
and,
I am
You're
literally
fine.
flatlining.
You're fine. Does this work? Gotta get a big cord. Oh, Walmart delivery came.
I cannot believe she called you. Doesn't it cost money to call internationally too?
Well, what if she called through Facebook or one of those messenger apps?
Maybe.
I can totally believe she did it, though. She's tried so hard to convince people.
I can't. Yeah, I think they archived it.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been talking anywhere that I've seen. But I also don't go looking for them talking, so.
Me either. Gave up on that months ago.
I never did look for them because they're stupid. Just Tammy, when she's yapping away on our videos.
Has she commented lately?
No.
She's probably getting our ship ready. Or our fleet, right? Our fleet.
Yeah, she's apparently we're gonna be sunk in battleship because of her or them.
Yes, please. True Crime Curious. Text it to me. She wanted to convince you he committed suicide? Why do you have to convince somebody that?
So stupid. Like, if I thought it was a suicide, I would be like, wow, that sucks for the family. I feel bad for them. And I would move right on to some other case. I wouldn't even give it another thought. I would feel horrible for the family, though.
I think we have done that.
In other cases, yeah. Natalie, I mean, that was sort of a suicide if you think about it. I mean, I mean, at first I didn't buy that she did the Craigslist ad for it, but
then it came out that she did.
She did. So she wasn't murdered, and I feel horrible for the family, but bye, Christy. She told you were a horrible person for believing otherwise? Wow.
Julie, which one?
Yeah.
I can't believe what? Oh, how does that make you a horrible person? It makes her a horrible person for defending murderers. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oops.
What makes you a horrible
Oopsie.
person is when you put on your bio on Facebook that somebody committed suicide. That's disgusting.
Can you imagine being so hateful that you have to
Okay.
run around telling everybody that somebody killed themselves?
And how can anybody, like, I would be, if I saw someone on my friends list that had that, I'd be like, bye.
Bye. Yeah.
I don't even want to know the story, but bye.
She's not advocating for Whitley. She might think that she is, but Whitley doesn't even talk. Like, she's the most quiet out there. Like, she's not advocating. Nobody. She chose to do that. She chose to do that. Before she came around.
Whitley's out there doing her own thing, living her life. She's not asking anybody to advocate for her.
Be right back.
Dylan, too. I mean, he didn't start speaking up until Kay came along. It's ridiculous. No, she's not in jail. She got probation.
I hope that's not loud. I had to turn my AC back on, but I'm just gonna say this: like, you shouldn't have to advocate for somebody if it was self-harm, right? Why don't they speak for themselves?
If you believe that, shouldn't even be a discussion.
Yeah, we didn't post Whitley's court outcome on Thursday, but she's no longer in jail. She got 2 years of probation. She got her license suspended for 6 months. She got 50 hours of community service. She has to do like 2 impact panels. She cannot be around any known drug users. She has to submit to drug testing.
You know, I really hope she takes advantage of this opportunity and really gets clean and stays clean.
Me too.
Me too. Have a hard time believing that she will, but she's got a great opportunity here. She just avoided jail time for 2 bad offenses.
In
so
Florida.
I hope her family doesn't enable her anymore. And I hope that she does the right thing.
The reason why I hope she does the right thing is because next DUI, she's going to take someone else's life.
Right. Right. And I mean, I also want her alive and well to face the consequences of actions that happened in February of 2014.
Yeah, exactly.
And whatever her participation was.
Oh, I can't believe she's calling people. Next week we're going over the MBI report, and I'm also going to dig into Cassie and Bilbo's conviction rates and whatnot. Can't believe next week is 10 weeks in.
Yeah.
10 weeks. Just looking back through my notes. Mark couldn't be with us this week because he's working on a big case, so he acts like he's all busy or something. Good grief. Out fighting crime.
Oh, bye, Christy. The other female that likes to talk, Jordan?
No, she's BK is Brandy.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Kindle or are you talking about Annalise?
Or are you talking about Tammy?
Margie, Tammy,
Shelly?
Shelly. Yes.
Okay.
No, barely. What the heck?
Hello?
There you are.
I have my gamer headset on. Oh no. Okay, so I had the YouTube. I sound like a grandma. I had YouTube on in another window and it was playing and I thought I was in a weird deja vu. But I realized I'm back. Sorry. So
Waiting for
is
that
True
to be
Crime
sent.
Curious sending that file to you?
She
Yeah.
said she was going to.
You guys ever had that where like you go to a restaurant or something and you see people in the restaurant and then you leave that restaurant and you go to like a store that's, I don't know, 20, 30-minute drive away and those people go to that same store? You ever had that happen?
Often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
My town's
so it's not
little.
weird. Whatever.
Julie, are you thinking of
Oh, yes.
Emily?
Yes, Julie. No, she's thinking of Brandy.
She says no, it's not BK.
No, she said it is.
No. Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She's been quiet, too.
They all have.
She's the one that was fighting with us about the contents of Christian's stomach along with Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we proved that wrong.
Yeah.
They like to
So-
prove that as it is, because I was talking with Leah. I had to think about her name. And
Chalia.
yeah, she, I shared the contents of a study or research article I found about the contents of the stomach and death and digestion. And she thanked me for that because she said that it proves their case otherwise. But I could getting her mixed up with one of the others, but I've interacted with them in other groups carefully.
Well, nobody else wants to come up and discuss this week. I told you it's super chill week. Just needed a break from all the...
True Crime Curious, are
Heavy.
you in the United States? So
She
called
is.
her. So she called her from Australia.
Well, she contacted her through Messenger, so maybe that's where.
That is just crazy to me. I've never called anybody on the phone except unless
I've
I
been
know
called.
you. People have called you
Mm-hmm.
to talk about the case.
Remember, well, remember, not this case, but well, I've been called, but willingly called for this one. Natalie's case. Remember her boyfriend at the time's cousin? Was it her cousin or uncle?
Oh yes.
Called me
I
at
remember
like
that.
10 or
Oh,
11
yeah.
o'clock at night one night. Oh boy, did he call me.
That's right. Come on. Come say hi. Come on. Come on. Say hi.
Oh.
Hi,
Say
Snow.
hi. Come say hi. Say hi. See you right there.
They've also gone after. You've had a lot, Misty, more than your fair share.
I'm used to it.
Oh, getting attacked? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and going after you personally, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
It happened last week with that Dan guy.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I didn't even boot him. Renee did. And of course I was like, of course boot him, like he's being inappropriate. But
But he was in your DMs, wasn't he?
immediately,
Yeah.
and I didn't even think to go there and look until the next day, and sure enough, there he was. I was like, why am I not surprised? And then he wouldn't stop. I was like, have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day.
That's what you say. I said good
Time to
day.
block, yeah.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
People are crazy.
Play this really
It says
quick.
it came through.
I got it. It's definitely her. Chicken. Yep, Amber, he did DM me the next day.
Everyone DMs Misty.
Hello? Yeah, it's me. I'm Australian. I'm not American.
Put it closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. I'm just sitting here staring at it. It's only one side, so you can't hear True Crime Curious.
I think your credit
Oh.
card came up. What happened?
No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just trying to. I didn't mean to request video. It's 5 a.m. It's almost 5 a.m. here. It's very early.
So she's making phone calls at 5 a.m.
That's all right. I'm awake. No, I'm awake. It's awake. I'm just like half. Yeah. So I just wondered.
Why does it keep stopping? Sorry, guys. I don't know why it keeps stopping. Here, hang on.
Hello.
Oh, they were out. I put them in, and then they said they were out.
Oh. She tried to video chat you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just trying to. I didn't mean to request video. It's 5 a.m. It's almost 5 a.m. here. It's very early.
Oh, I see why it's only one side. You
That's all
screen
right, I'm
recorded,
awake. No, I'm awake. It's awake.
so it's
I'm
not going to
just
hear
like,
you. It's only going to hear her.
Yeah. So I just wondered.
Mother of pearl? Is that all of it? Yeah, that's all of it.
No, I'm awake. It's awake. I'm just like half.
That's all. It's only a minute and 10 seconds. So, I mean,
Oh, there's 2 more. She says there's 2 more.
2 more?
She's gonna
She's
send
gonna
you
send
2 more.
them.
Oh, okay.
Man, so she calls you at 5 a.m. her time.
Yeah.
I can't believe my credit card just popped up on the screen.
You probably
Nobody
I think-
look.
Well, we couldn't see it, but I knew the action because that's how I pay with Apple Pay sometimes.
Did
It's
you
when
pay
you
for
hit
something just
the
now, Misty?
button twice.
I better check my email.
Did you send someone money?
Oh wait, but you don't have a new phone. Did you get a new phone yet?
No.
No.
I decided since we're so close to September, I'm going to wait for the 13. Why not?
Well, then you can get Facebook finally back on your phone.
Finally. K Mama, that's Annalise, however you say her name. She's
Annalise.
she's terribly awful to Ray and goes off and spouts off about Christian self-harming, and obviously she has to convince people of it by calling them at 5 a.m.
It's so weird that she FaceTimed you.
Tried
Who's
to.
on? Why are you crying, Stacy? Or are you laughing, crying?
Laughing, crying. At Annalise calling people at 5 a.m. to convince them of a self-harm and then call them a bad person for not believing it.
Here's another one.
Just wild.
Studied this case for a long time, and I just wanted to go through some points because I feel that you have an emotional side to you, and I don't think you really want to be harming people that could very well be innocent. But obviously, I believe they're innocent. Yeah, so I just wondered whether you would go.
What did she say at the beginning? What did she say at the beginning?
You have an emotional side. You have an emotional... Stacey. She said, I feel like you have an emotional side to you, and I feel like you wouldn't want to be harming somebody that could be innocent. That's gaslighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And Annalise, I'm the most logical thinking person without emotions. And
did you send the other one, True Crime Curious? Sorry, Susan, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Did you get 2 or 3?
I got 2. I can't believe she said that. And I've been following this case for a long time. Bet we've been following it longer. Oh, I only got 2.
It's probably still coming through.
I'm going to try turning off my Wi-Fi. So it was 1:54 your time, 5 a.m. her time. Okay. It hasn't come through. I just can't believe. I think you're an emotional person. Or no, you have an emotional side to you. So if you didn't have that emotional side to you, then what? She wouldn't have tried to talk to you. I doubt that.
Bye, Christy.
Bye. Oh. That's not coming through. Sorry that she called you. I promise we'll never call you unless you want us to. Probably still won't. Probably just text you.
Yeah. We're not phone people.
Sometimes I'll be like, to talking to Susan, I'll be like, just call me really quick. Or I'll be like, I'm just going to FaceTime you really quick. And I can just hear her loud.
No, it's not bad with you. There's certain people I'll talk to.
Yeah.
But not a lot that I won't. So.
What? Did you record her yelling and screaming at you?
What a nutbag.
How did you find us? Were you already in our group? Well, Sleuthy by proxy, you missed a lot. Annalise called her. and told her that, yes, okay, Mama. That is one mighty headphone set. Look,
Yeah.
look.
Gaming set.
I have my
I'm gonna take
microphone.
my sunglasses.
I have the
Ooh.
same.
Now, can you
We're
whisper
twinsies
into
on the
it?
microphone.
ASMR. Can you whisper into it?
Have you seen that guy on TikTok that he reads the quotes? It's like Great Wonders is his name or something. His voice. Like, I just want him to read to me all day long.
Wait, was there another video? Did I miss something when I was reconnecting?
Goodness. This is the TikToker that I was talking about. I'll play it really quick so you can hear his voice.
It's not Lucy ASMR. Play it.
Oh, it's Creating Wonders. But he reads like quotes. And his voice.
Some people talk to you in their free time. And some people free up their time to talk to you. Learn the difference.
That's his real voice.
Some people talk to
And
you
he
in their
does
free
ASMR?
time. And some people
Yeah.
free up their time to talk to you.
I don't like that.
Learn the difference.
Oh, I do.
He would be
See,
a
I
good
like
radio.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, good. Yeah, but ASMR? I don't know.
Like, I like the Keith Morrison and Sam Elliott. Like, they could put me to sleep every single night. Like,
Keith
if I put
Morrison
them in my
does put me
ears.
to sleep because
Yeah.
I watch
Yeah.
him while I'm going to
Dateline.
bed.
You found us through Twitter. I'm glad you found us.
Oh, nice. Was there
Sorry
another
she called you.
message? Was there another message
No.
I missed?
It didn't come through.
It didn't come through yet.
I decided to show my camera so when we listened to it, you could see my reaction because Miss Bianca wasn't cutting it.
If it doesn't come through soon, we'll probably have to play it next week. My dinner should be here soon. My DoorDash.
It's Annalise is the one that runs the other Facebook. Couple of them. Oh, that's what you said. She yelled at you. She screamed at you. When did she call you?
Amber said, not ASMR.
How long ago did she call you?
It's just insane.
I'm honestly surprised that she's never called Ray. Or tried. I'm honestly surprised.
She might have.
Well, she's a chicken too because once she gets a little bit of pushback, she all of a sudden shuts everything down.
Oh, April.
All social
Yeah, that makes
media.
sense. That's when they were going hard. They were coming after us.
Oh, yeah.
They were going hard in April. And that's when... Was it March or April? Gosh, my days. One of the... March or April. End of March was when the judge ruled that the AGO's office had to take it back.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. She also had to find me on a comment on 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Like 700 comments. She found me so she can then reply to something like 6 weeks later.
They're psychotic.
So so in another group or on Twitter somewhere, I respond back, who's stalking who? She had to dig for me. She had to find me.
Mm-hmm.
And because I realized there was more than one 48 hours post.
Yeah. And she always claims Renee stalks her, but she stalks Renee.
Mm-hmm.
She accuses Renee of having... Sorry, just got a message.
She found you in a Facebook Live with Mark?
Oh, and I remember when Mark did that live, we were all on there.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that?
I do. That was one of his first ones. And so we were
Yep.
showing him support. And I think they came on as well. They were trying to
Not
comment.
show support.
Stir the pot.
It cracks me up. These morons from nowhere think that they're smarter than a forensic, guy and Arden and all these people that have a huge history in their field, very respected.
I mean, true crime is something that we all are pretty passionate about. Like, Susan and I have been friends and doing this for almost 6 years. Christy joined us a couple years later, maybe a year later. When did the Hill happen? 2017? It was 2017. So Christy joined us a year later. So we've all.
You mean the helicopter hill thing?
Yeah.
I was wondering what you were talking about.
Mounts.
Faking the death.
Yeah. So we've all been friends and doing this together for quite some time, but we still don't pretend that we're better than any professional, experienced forensic pathologist.
Nope.
A what? What? She said Dylan told me to get a VPN after finding me under comments in Kindle Rays.
I remember that. Do you remember that? Sylvie by proxy. Do you remember that?
Threats. They try those threats okay, Dylan, you can figure out somebody's IP address. Come on.
And I remember there was a lady in the comments saying, Dylan has been threatening me. Was that you? I'm so glad you found us. Oh my gosh. Even if you didn't believe that this was a homicide, I'm glad you found us so that we can protect you. I mean, not that you need protecting, but
get it out there that what they're doing.
He can't do that. That's threatening. That's a true threat. Calling somebody critical care is not a threat. That is a true threat. What is he going to do? Hack you? Oh, wait. But wait. He didn't touch Christian's phone. He didn't do anything, right? I don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it was
gosh.
definitely a homicide.
I think this is the only episode we've had that we've allowed this kind of talk. Kind of maybe going against my best judgment, but whatever. I'm sure I'll be attacked somehow. Yeah, we do present the facts. We haven't, in 9 weeks, we haven't said one thing that was made up or a lie. And if we were wrong, we corrected ourselves the very next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen any of them correct themselves.
Nope. They double down.
They just keep going. I mean, we saw it with that person that came on last week and tried to convince you on our comments that do I have
Treasure
ADHD?
Me?
Yeah.
Treasure Me?
Why did I just forget where I was going? Squirrel. What was he trying to convince you of?
Whoops.
What are you
What's
doing, Christy? I don't know what.
I'm bored.
They were all over the place because they would bring up something and I would kind of shut it down, and then they would change to something different, and then got mad
Gunshot
because
residue. Gunshot residue.
Yeah, that was one
They
of them.
didn't have gunshot residue on their hands. The only person that did was Christian. Womp, 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 womp. Here it goes again. The old song and dance. I'm going to keep saying it until I convince you. Oh, yeah,
Well,
and he said text messages prove self-harm.
Yeah, and then the whole thing when I said, what, were you there or whatever, all of a sudden they got offended and, oh, there can't be conversation here. And they make it sound like I was totally being rude or whatever. I wasn't being rude at all. I was laughing. saying, you can't say that with 100% certainty if you weren't there. Were you there? But I was glad that they were done because, God, that was irritating.
Okay, I want to prove something, right? So those text messages prove that Christian was going to come home and commit self-harm, right? Because everything that you put in a text message is absolutely 100% set in stone. Does that mean that my granddaughter's really Walter White?
Yes.
Residual
Okay.
gunshot residue. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, but Dylan said he wasn't in the bathroom, so even if that's the
How
case,
did he get it?
lied. Yeah. Okay,
I know.
Mama, what girls? Did somebody misunderstand you? So residual gunshot residue from what? From being in the bathroom with Christian, or from gun night the night before, like Whitley said in her statement? I cannot with these lunatics.
I'm looking for those emails from
Exactly, Stacy.
Frankie's
You can't.
files.
Oh, I didn't think you were talking about us.
I missed whatever you guys were talking about.
Yeah. They can't back anything up. Two-handed gunshot.
That Mardi Gras party, wasn't that just in Dalewood?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I got something. Can I share a screen?
Does it give you the option?
Yeah.
Down at the bottom it says share with the plus?
Yep.
Then yes, you can.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't know we could do that. I wouldn't be sending you all these things.
Can you read that? All right. Then you
gotta-
admit it. It's in like the backstage or something. There it is. That's the email that Frankie sent to Marvin. And it says, I just want to touch base this morning to check the status of the case file. Will it be possible to have it sent out to me today? Let me get the other one. Hold on. This is, wait. Can you see that? So this was sent a few days prior. This is the FOIA request, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That he sent to him. I know I have more. Hello, what happened? What is that one? And he posted these. No, these. Second. What's happening? No, that's not the. I thought I had a screenshot. Those are the only two ones I have. I know I have more I can find later, but he had one of these or something similar with that for each email, but let me look what else I have. Because on here I have email 2, 3, and I have a bunch of 5 because that was the ones that was upside down, and so I had to split it apart and then flip it and merge it back together. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let me see if I can find.
Dylan was at home on the night before, according to his GPS. And Sleuthy by proxy, I'm pretty sure it was Dalewood, but I can look
I
at
can
the
check
GPS.
the text.
Because I believe she spent the night at Nini's that night, if I remember correctly. And that would have been one of the nights that the dog pooped all over the house.
Your house?
No, not my house. My dog doesn't do that.
Ours doesn't do it that either. Misty?
Mine ate a dirty diaper today.
Did you, is Dixie house trained?
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
she ate a dirty diaper today.
Yuck. Blech.
Yeah.
Thank you. Blech.
Did you have to make her puke?
No, she did it on her
Can
own.
we
She
not
went
talk
outside
about
and did
that?
it.
Oh, good. I didn't. Are you gagging?
I have a weak stomach. I don't want to hear about that. Oh, God.
I text Carly and said, Dixie found one of Blakey's diapers, and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She said that she went to the Mardi Gras party with her family, but she didn't say where.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Delwood but I'll check the GPS and just someone remind me tomorrow because I don't want to do it tonight.
I'll make a note.
All right.
There's no video of Best Buy.
Imagine that in electronic stores, video cameras weren't working. Or no, they didn't keep them, right? More than like 24 hours or something.
Well, I don't even think they were even questioned until a long time later.
Yeah.
And at first, when they were questioned, I believe that they said, well, we don't know. You know, he worked here at one time, but I don't know if he was here. And then it changed to, oh, yeah, he was here. And by the way, thanks for the job at the police station.
Yeah. Christy, are you looking for something? My food's here.
Yeah,
So.
I was looking for my screenshots of that, the jump share with all of the emails in it, because I can see it in my mind. I can see it.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry, Ambo, you're one of us now, though. We share about dirty diapers. You are one of us.
God, stop it. Because I get the visual, and that's what.
We had an English bulldog, and he ate everything, and he ate baby Jesus one time.
Well, he did not cross that rainbow bridge.
He did too.
Sorry.
Wait,
was it the one that just passed? last year.
Yes. Oh, yes, Ditka. Our
Ditka,
sweet
that's his name.
bulldog Ditka. He also 2 years in a row on my birthday pooped inside the house. That was a precious little gift he gave me.
Susan.
Where does your dog eliminate, Susan?
Outside.
She takes him for walks.
But then don't you pick
Yes,
up?
I have to bag the shit up, and then he has to lay down somewhere. And I'm like, dude, you're not laying down while I'm holding your shit. We gotta go. And
Does he get
sometimes I have to
tired?
go like that because it's.
I was gonna say
She's right here.
Solo. Oh, hi Dixie. Hi Dixie. Look at her. She heard her name. Or did she not hear it because you have earbuds in?
She can't hear. She wants to play.
Oh. So, we took a picture of Ditka on my birthday with a sign, dog shamed him, and we put it on this website because everyone was dog shaming, and we didn't get picked, and it was really sad. And then I got an email, and we got in a book. There's a dog shaming book, and our dog is in there. So, he's published. It's fun.
I should dog shame Dixie.
Grand jury.
Do you mean like a new grand jury? There hasn't been one convened yet. Like, not yet. They're still like, it's all bouncing back and forth.
Right now, it's in the Supreme Court's.
You guys realize that we would be, how many days are in August? 31.
Mhm.
We would be 23 days away from them needing to present a report September 1st.
Yeah.
And here we are in limbo again. And I say we, but
isn't in the Supreme Court's hands right now?
I think so.
I think that the AGO said, "Oh, wait a minute," and it got pushed.
We don't want to do this, so we don't want to do our job. I think it's state Supreme Court, not U.S.
Right.
Supreme Court.
Yeah, I didn't say it was U.S.
No, True Crime asked.
Oh.
Oh, that was an expensive puppy. I don't think that there is a deadline now. I could be wrong, but I mean, we're like 23 days away, right?
Yeah, but I think
and they haven't even done anything.
I think since it's in the Mississippi Supreme Court's hands, it's up to whenever they get to the case now.
Yeah.
Because they fought back saying, well, we don't think this judge has a right to tell us what to do. And that's how it went to the Supreme Court. So there is no September 1st deadline.
I have 4,000 screenshots.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to show it the next one because I'm hangry. Or I can go if you guys want to keep going.
Now, we can go. I mean, you don't want to stare at my face. So when I was doing Zoom for my student teaching, the lighting or whatever wasn't good. So I found a hack where you can put Snap, what's that Snap one called? Is it called Snap? What's it called? Snap Chat.
Snapchat?
Sorry. Yes.
That took a really long time.
You can get the Snap camera for your laptop. So it has like a beauty filter, smooth the lines out. So that's how I got all those purple dots on my face, is you download that camera first. And so I made it snow for kids, like we could put on funny hats and do stuff like that. So on Dr. Seuss Day, put Dr. Seuss hats on. So it's fun. Anyways, so I had turned that on, and that's why I was being all, I'm a kid when I look at myself in the camera, you know.
I don't even care about filters. I have bags for days and fat nose. And
You want
Make
to know a
fun of me.
secret? You want to know a secret?
What?
On Wednesday.
You're getting Botox.
Yeah, right here. I'm getting Botox right there. Take a
Why?
walk. I'll be
What's
like
wrong
this.
with it?
Because Reggie, resting, bitchy face. This is the face I often make. But I'm not grumpy. I'm not grumpy. I just think, you know, I think I don't like it. So then I'll just be like, hi, I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
I'm really, really happy. Hey, go downstairs. Go see Daddy.
I don't care if I'm really, really happy. See, I guess I just won't be mad.
You'll just be like this forever.
No, it doesn't last forever, I wish.
You have to get it forever, though.
No, I had it once before. I couldn't afford to keep going because it's expensive. My mom's buying it for me.
My
Julie-
goodness, Julie.
My dog actually took a turkey off the counter on Thanksgiving. Like, took the full turkey after we were done eating, and
Like a Christmas story.
yeah, and he was chomping away at it in the kitchen, and I was like, "You, all right."
And then they had to go to that restaurant afterwards, and then the Chinese people sing, "Fa ra 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 ra."
Well, luckily we had already eaten, so he only got it like, part of a turkey, but we had no leftovers that year.
Dixie, luckily, is only this big and can't reach the counters, but she can reach the girls' table that they eat at in the kitchen, their little IKEA table, and she loves it when they're here eating because she gets cupcakes and whatever Blakely doesn't want.
I do need to film this dog. I mean, he talks a lot too.
Yeah.
And he takes up the entire bed.
Okay, I'm gonna start saying cuss words.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
She needs to eat. Yeah, we're all gonna go. I need to go walk.
See you next week.
So.
But I just got to January 2020 when he posted those on the jump share, so I'm gonna find it hopefully.
I'm just gonna hold my face like this, and it's free. They probably think we're so crazy. Okay. Bye. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Stop it.